So, I decided to take a 4-night cruise, completely solo. No kids, no partner, just me, and Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas. And let me tell you, this trip wasn't quite what I expected. I'm Stephanie with Unconditional Adventures, and this video is for anyone thinking about cruising solo or traveling as an adult without kids. I'll show you what the vibe is really like on board, what I loved, what I didn't, and whether Quantum of the Seas is worth it for grown-up travelers looking to relax, recharge, and maybe meet a few new friends. It is embarkation day to get on Quantum of the Seas in the port of San Pedro here on the West Coast. Excited for this 4-night cruise to Ensenada and excited to check out Quantum of the Seas. It's the first time this ship has ever sailed from the West Coast. So it's normally in Alaska and Southeast Asia. So I'm excited to check out all the ship has to offer and see Ensenada, which I've never seen before. All right, so on board the ship, the check-in process was super quick and easy. It took literally just a matter of minutes, walking through a couple security checkpoints and getting scanned in, and then walked right on the ship. So if you've sailed with other cruise lines, I know when I sailed with Virgin Voyages, we were stuck in a holding pen for quite a while. This was nothing like that. This was just walk right on. Got into our muster station, did the safety training video, and all of that just within minutes of boarding, which was really nice. So now it's just kind of time to explore. So of course, first stop was here at Sorrento's to get some pizza. Stop next door at the Cafe Promenade to get a cookie. And ready to go check out what else the ship has to offer. So I will say though, you just kind of walk into deck 5, right in the center of the ship. There was no, it wasn't exciting. There was no music. There was no, hey, welcome aboard. It was just kind of being met with people pointing you in the right direction. And you didn't even walk into the Royal Esplanade. It just was walking onto a balcony area. So that was kind of lackluster, I thought. But I mean, overall, I would take having not much excitement to waiting in line for a long time. So yeah, super easy process there. I'm into my cabin on deck 13 a little after 1 p.m. It's an oversized balcony room with plenty of storage space and a nice shower. The couch is harder than a rock, but can be made into a bed if you really want to punish someone. Now, the sail away party. Quantum has activities for everyone, literally. If you're into outdoor sports, there's the Flow Rider surfing experience, water aerobics, rock climbing wall, and by the hand of fate, the Ripcord iFly experience opened back up the day I embarked after being closed for weeks. That was an absolute blast, and 1-minute flies are free on port days. You just have to sign up really early. There's a ton of indoor activities as well. Bumper cars, game shows and competitions, bingo, and since I boarded on Halloween, plenty of spooky fun. The specialty Halloween costume parade was on the first night, and that was jam-packed with people. I was really impressed actually with how many people brought a really cool costume, so that was pretty fun. If you want more low-key things to do, don't worry. You can hang by the pool or sit in the hot tubs inside the adults-only solarium. The shopping never stops in the Royal Esplanade. You can gamble to your heart's content in the casino on sea days, not to mention what feels like hundreds of trivia competitions on nearly every pop culture topic out there. All right, I'm going to give trivia a try. This current category is the, of course, copyright-free Wizarding World trivia. So we'll see how I do with that. It's visual trivia, so I'm going to see what that means. But,
oh my god, sorry guys. Thank you for stepping, okay?
I didn't do as well as I thought I would at Wizarding World trivia, but I did win a game show that was like a combination of musical chairs and music trivia, and I won opening movie lines trivia. Be jealous, I'm taking home 3 Royal Caribbean highlighters, a pen, and a water bottle. again, I feel like the ship it just feels more adult than some of the Royal Caribbean ships I've been on in the past, which I like. There's so many just like hang out and chill areas, that this was definitely a space that was not intended to just be a cruise ship for kids. So it's kind of cool. There's like a wine bar that's really quiet, and then again that solarium and the indoor pool area. There's lots of, just as you walk around, you find lots of just little pockets of places to sit. And we saw people today that literally grabbed a deck chair and read a book all day long. So lots of, again, it doesn't have to feel hectic or be busy. Like there's plenty of just chill out and relax spaces on board, which I really like. But really on this kind of a cruise, you're only bored if you want to be. I mean, there's no shortage of activities, crafts, tours, dining options, all that stuff. There's plenty to do. So, and then nightlife, very active, especially for Royal Caribbean. Starting at about 9 o'clock, they really kick things off, and there's again tons to do all the way up until about 1 or 2 in the morning. So my favorite part of a silent disco is listening to people singing because all they can hear is what's in their head. So there's Whitney Houston, and the other channel is a Latin channel. Apparently Whitney Houston is the popular one at the moment. These are fun. Just as a side note, if your ship's crew are as into Whitney Houston as these guys, you're in good hands. Overall, let's talk about the entertainment from Royal Caribbean. The game shows that they put on are usually pretty decent and fun. Some of them can get pretty funny. They did like a sexiest man on board competition, battle of the sexes, things like that. So some of the game shows that they do are very well done and really funny. Some of the things like name that tune, or if you know it, finish the lyrics, things like that are a little lacking because the activity staff doesn't push you to get involved, and sometimes there are people that are into it, sometimes there aren't. So those are kind of and then things like the trivia, or like Sudoku or crosswords, things like that there may not be a lot of people, but people are super into it, and you may find it like it gets really full really fast on some of those things. The Wizarding World trivia, Friends trivia, stuff like that was like packed full of people. So, sorry, Central Perk trivia, everything was copyright free. They even did House of Mouse, name that tune, so I wasn't sure what that was, but anyway. So yeah, things like that were very popular and pretty fun. The stage shows are a different story. I would strongly suggest keeping your expectations in check on those. Even Sonic Odyssey, which I was really looking forward to, it had like a drum wall. The dancers were okay, the singers were okay, the song selection was okay. The earth harp that he played was actually really neat, and the drum wall was really cool. But it was just like, okay. The Star Water show made no sense at all. Just dancing and singing of whatever. It was very confusing, or not confusing, because there was no point to it. There was just no storyline, nothing that made sense. So yeah, some of the stage shows are a little lacking, so I would, again, keep your expectations in check there. And then stage performers like the comedians, the hypnotists, stuff like that, it's a luck of the draw on who you get on your ship and whether they're any good or funny or not, or they're like talk about stuff that you're into or whatever. So this cruise is the last Royal Birthday Bash, a special event Royal Caribbean hosted in September and October. If you have a fall birthday, you were celebrated all cruise long. There was cake, special birthday events, and the cruise ended with the Royal Birthday Bash dance party and balloon drop. My favorite thing to do, the North Star. I went up during sunset, which was absolutely beautiful. The lift takes you 300 feet above sea level with 360-degree views of the ocean and the ship. And let me tell you, the ship at night is a beauty. The North Star is free during port days, but it only goes up and back down. On sea days, you pay $40, but the ride takes you around both sides of the ship and over the ocean for about 12 to 15 minutes. It is amazing. The free slots go incredibly fast, and the paid slots close to sunset book up early. So be sure you check your Royal Caribbean app for sign-up info. So the Dodgers just won the World Series. Kind of a cool experience to be on a cruise ship when that happens, right? If you're cruising solo, dining can go one of two ways, awkward or amazing. I ended up with a healthy dose of both. The 4 main dining rooms are each themed and have beautiful decor throughout. Most of the smaller tables for either 1 or 2 guests are together and crammed into the corners. I signed up for the 5 p.m. seating and was assigned a specific dining room and table, and my wait staff knew it was just me at the table, so I never got the "is anyone else coming?" awkward question. However, on the port day and the last day at sea, my scheduled dining time didn't work for me. So on those nights, I either ate at the Windjammer Marketplace, which is your typical cruise ship buffet crammed full of people, but with a ton of food options, or I made a reservation at the Solarium Bistro, which has the same menu of Mediterranean dishes every night, but they are served buffet style. I enjoyed that because I could sample several different entrees and sides. There are also specialty restaurants on board that you can eat at for a fee. You must make a reservation for those, and they are cheaper to book before the cruise. So I went no frills on this one. No beverage package, no drink package, no upgraded dining. I just wanted to kind of spend more money on the room, and so I got the extended balcony room, or oversized balcony room, but didn't do any of the extra frills when it comes to drinks or dining. There are plenty of options there that you really just have to kind of look at and see if those drinks or dining packages are worth it for you. They do have a drink of the day every day that's discounted, and they'll sometimes run like buy one, get one 50% off on drink specials at times. But for me, paying, it was like $45 a day, up to $60 a day for top shelf for alcohol, and that's per person. And so it just wasn't, I'm not going to drink that much. I love a good, drink night kind of thing, but I'm not going to drink that much over the course of a cruise. Same with the dining package. As a person with a tiny tummy, I had gastric sleeve 8 years ago, and I can't eat a full meal as it is. Those dining packages aren't worth it for me. I'm not going to finish the meal as is, so there's no point in me spending, between $35 and $65 for a meal that I'm not going to be able to finish. However, I will say the restaurants on board are nice. Chops Steakhouse is phenomenal. Jamie's is probably the most popular restaurant. They do a lunch menu and a dinner menu, and if you like Italian, you're going to like Jamie's. Nothing but good things have I heard about it, and the food just looks amazing. The sushi place here looks amazing as well, Azumi. So if those kinds of food, if that's something that you really like, maybe it is worth doing that, for one meal or a lunch meal or a dinner. If you're having a special event or something like that, it could totally be worth it. But for me, it just didn't make any sense for me to do that. Same with, like I said, the drink packages and even the soda. I paid for a couple of drinks on board. I think I got a drink of Screwball peanut butter whiskey for $11. I did another mixed drink for $17. I think my one hard seltzer was like $12 as well. So yes, the drink prices to me are ridiculous, but it's still far cheaper than me paying for a drink package. And same with the soda. I bought one can of soda while I was on board, and that's enough for me. Like, do I like soda? Sure, but not enough to to drink $12 a day worth of soda. Specialty coffee, they do have an option where you can buy like a punch card for specialty coffee drinks if that's a big thing for you. So that could certainly be worth it. And the nice part is the punch card doesn't have to be used on this cruise. You can keep it and use it on a future day. So that part is nice as well. Overall, the food is good. Not great, but good. The main dining rooms and the Windjammer offer a different food theme each night, while the Solarium Bistro menu never changes. I loved having breakfast at the cafe at 270. There's a build-your-own bagel bar, plus plenty of wraps and breakfast sandwiches, and you can eat inside the 270, which has sweeping views of the ocean no matter which way you look. The pizza at Sorrento's is exactly what you'd expect from mass-produced pizza. Lots of dessert options, including plenty of sugar-free, gluten-free, and vegan treats. But the cookies I couldn't get enough of. I had some every day at all hours of the day. So good. There's also little bites you can pay for at the Sail Away Cafe, an Asian cafe, and the Harp and Horn British pub. Okay, these lobster mac and cheese wedges are delicious. Delish. Day 3 brings us to Ensenada, and I booked the Best of Ensenada tour. Solo travel tip, these excursions are a great way to meet people without forced socializing. So yeah, the check-in process for the excursions, very simple. They have it down to a science. You go to the Royal Theatre, everybody's broken into groups by number. You get a little sticker for your group, and very easy process. The scenery and buildings are beautiful, and we are here on the second day of Dia de los Muertos, so seeing the altars and decorations, it's just stunning. We made the long drive out to La Bufadora, which is full of vendors with no concept of personal space. And my favorite part, samples. Free churro.
Jellies, anything you want, it's right here. Jello con la tapatía and your way back. Tamarind, caramelized almonds, oranges, strawberry jellies, sour one, fruit, anything you want, I have it right here. Okay?
Thank you.
If you plan on buying this, there you go.
Oh, I got the spicy one. Oh good, but woo! I got to see the famous Ensenada sign and get video of the blowhole. Keep in mind, this area has no running water, so if you visit and need to pee, you'll have to pay 75 cents to use a porta potty. Back in the downtown area, our group visited the second oldest winery in Mexico, which also sells a large selection of olive oils. It was nice to get off the ship and experience both some culture and some popular tourist spots in Baja California. Next time I visit, I really want to spend more time just exploring the downtown area. There are so many shops and food markets to check out, and I cannot wait to come back. But yeah, I highly recommend this ship. If you're a solo traveler, if you are traveling without kids, this is a good one to be on the Quantum class ships. They're definitely built for that. I will say too, Royal Caribbean does offer solo and single traveler meetups. And really my only issue with that is that they're designed not just for solo travelers, but also single travelers. So I popped into one of the meetings and there's a lot of like single older men that were there. And so that was different. When I was on Virgin Voyages and did a solo cruise, they have a solo meetup that's just for solo cruisers. The other thing too is the Royal Caribbean meetups. They also have one for LGBTQIA plus, and the solo meetups, solo and single meetups. But they're all, and they say this on the app, but they're all self-led. So you have to go, you have to find the other solo peeps. You have to basically start the conversation and things like that. And sometimes, I mean, I'm not a people person, and that's not something that I like to do. So I do appreciate that about Virgin Voyages more, is that the activities for those solo sailors are organized, and they have staffers in there to kind of help you start that process and get to know each other and things like that. So, not that it's not cool that they have it. I mean, it's a good thing, but this seems more like older single people on Royal Caribbean versus Virgin was actually like solo sailors kind of feel. So a little bit different feel there. Just something to be aware of. I finally found one! A duck! Oh, and it's a birthday duck. Check it out. Here's the truth. Was this the best cruise I've been on? No. I've had better food. I've seen way better entertainment. But this cruise was the perfect blend of active when I wanted it to be and laid back when I wanted it to be. It's my first trip in quite a while where I don't feel absolutely exhausted going home. I feel like I've been on an actual vacation. I also felt completely safe as a solo traveler. I could see security staff throughout the ship, and even when the parties were going full strength, I never felt unsafe or uncomfortable. So, but yeah, overall, this was a fantastic cruise. I love this ship so much. I'm definitely going to do Quantum Class again. I would like to do this Ensenada cruise again. This was a great couple of days and just full of fun stuff, new experiences for me that I really enjoyed. If you're planning a solo or adults-only trip, I hope this gave you a real look at what to expect. Drop a comment below if you've cruised solo. I'd love to hear your experience. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, follow along with me on all my cruise adventures, theme park adventures, and just travel in general. And hopefully I can inspire you as well. And when you are ready to start looking at your first cruise, your 50th cruise, I'm happy to take a look with you. Make sure you've got the ship that's right for you, the destinations that are right for you, and help you pick out what's gonna make your cruise absolutely perfect. So whenever you're ready, just comment below, or you can email me. I'll put my email in the description. Love to help you out and kind of talk through that with you and find out what's gonna make the trip best for you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy adventuring.